right? In case you've not heard this before, you will hear it now. Perfection is an illusion, bro. You don't need to figure out everything to move forward. If you're waiting to have the plan all figured out, then you might never move. In fact, you might see yourself being stuck at the same place you started the year. This is the end of 2025, and probably you're reminiscing on the year, what you've achieved, what you've done, what plans you had initially at the start of the year, and how many of those plans you achieved and how many of those plans you ended up not working towards. And you might have it at the back of your mind that come 2026, you're going to smash this goal, you're going to hit the gym, you're going to start that business, you're going to start learning that skill, you're going to quit your job, you're going to do this, you're going to do that, bro. But what we tend to forget is that the year is just a number. There is no significant difference between 31st of December 2025 and 1st of January 2026. It's all the same. It's just, the calendar is man-made. It's something that was made by man to keep track of time because it makes sense of the word through time. So if you're having any thoughts or if you're planning on starting out a new leaf or embarking on a different type of journey in the incoming year, bro, there are chances that you end up not doing or executing those plans, because if you can't begin something right now, there are zero chances that the 1st of January will make any difference in you achieving those goals. And the crazy thing about change is that change is internal. Nobody will tell you this, but I'll tell you for free. Change is internal. The inner controls the outer, as within as without. But the world teaches you this backwards. Nobody tells you that for you to change, you have to internalize that change. You have to see yourself. You have to envision it. It has to be in your consciousness. It has to even be deeply rooted in your subconscious for you to actually take change in reality. And if you've not internally aligned with a new identity, there is a very, let me even say 90% chance that you will end up not doing what you say you will do, bro. Because I've been there. I've actually said 1,000 things. I've actually had 1,000 plans on how to change something I do. Something like I chew my nails. You look at my nails, you see that they're growing. But I'm somebody that while growing up, I developed this habit of always chewing my nails. I felt like it was more like a coping mechanism. So I used to chew my nails as a coping mechanism. It was something I did, from small. And it got to a point where I did not even believe that I could actually stop doing this. But the crazy thing, I've tried stopping chewing my nails, biting my nails rather. I've been saying chewing, but it's actually biting. That is the right word. I've actually stopped biting my nails for a very long time, up until 2024. I just randomly on a very, I don't know if it's on a Monday or Tuesday, I just sat down and I told myself, bro, what is this habit that you have that you cannot stop? What type of habit is this? I was just talking to myself. I had a deep conversation with myself. I challenged myself. I envisioned myself making that change. And after doing this that day, I wouldn't say that the next day I now change. Change don't just appear from nowhere. But what I did that day actually made me realize that I wanted to do this. I programmed my brain to accept the fact that I can actually stop this, because for a long time, I think I was 25 years then. For the 25 years of my living on earth, I never saw myself as someone that can stop biting my nails. But on that particular day, I realized that I just had a choice to make. It only took a choice. It only took me making a choice, a solid choice. It's not something that somebody will tell you to do. It's not those type of things. It's something that you just come up to the realization that, bro, we want to do this. And from that day going onward, bro, I just started internalizing it. I'll catch myself biting my nails. I'll say, okay, we are getting there. I never forced myself. You don't force change. You feel me? I never overthought it. I did not overthink it. I did not try to be perfect. I did not try to just all of a sudden just magically stopped biting my nails. But guess what? 2 weeks passed and I saw myself not embarking or engaging in that habit. How it happened, I don't know. Same thing happened when I made the decision to start hitting the gym. It was something that I internally had to come to an agreement on doing. And I wouldn't say that it was easy. It was never easy, but that internal agreement, what it does is to actually reprogram your subconscious, because what nobody will tell you is that for you to actually change, or for you to actually, make something out of life, you have to first of all internalize and reprogram your subconscious. Because mind you, doing that thing you say you will do, embarking on that journey, you changing that identity will come with a lot of pain. But if you are internally aligned with that goal, bro, you will see yourself transcending all the pain into victory. That's how this shit works. Nobody will tell you this thing. Everybody will tell you, "Oh, come, let me have the secrets. Come and buy this course. Come and do this. Come and do that, bro." Everything about life, even wealth, even prosperity, even working out, every damn fucking thing in this life comes within you, bro. It comes within you. You have to first of all believe that you can do this shit. Because if you think about the whole stories I've told you, it just came down to a moment of me realizing that, bro, I can actually do this. It's just about self-belief. It's about you, believing in who you are, believing that you have the whole powers in you. But the world makes you think that you need something external. You need somebody to love you. You need to do this. You need that. You need to wear this clothes. You need to do that. You need to do this, do that. Bro, bullshit, bro. I've come to that realization, bro. I can tell you a story about, me being in relationships, always having this urge or having a woman around me, the normal thing that you see on social media and you feel like you're missing out on something, bro. You ain't missing out on anything. You're not missing out on a shit, bro. I came to this realization that everybody's on their own timeline. You might be watching me right now. I'm on a different timeline. I'm on a different journey. I'm on a different timing down my journey. You might actually be further ahead of me in my own journey financially, but maybe I'm further ahead of you in terms of health and fitness. You feel me? You might be further ahead of me in finances. I might be further ahead of you in relationship. Another person might be further than you in health and fitness. Another person will be further than you in some other areas of life. You feel me? So, but it doesn't. The trap there is to, you know not to appreciate what you're doing right. We tend to always look out for what we are doing wrong. We tend to look out for your deficiency, for things that, you're working towards, and you neglect the ones that you're doing well at. You might be jacked, but you feel less of yourself. Your self-worth to go down because you feel like your finances is not where you want to be. You're not financially free yet and all that. But someone else is financially free and is finding it very difficult to get his health and fitness on point. That's how these things work. So you have to, first of all, regardless of what time you are in your journey, your timeline or whatever, you have to first of all believe in your shit, believe in yourself. Because, bro, nobody will believe you until you believe in you. Nobody will believe what I'm saying right now till I believe in what I'm saying. And I believe it. That's why I can proudly pick up a camera and say this shit, bro. I couldn't do this shit like 1 year ago. But right now, my self-belief is top notch because I know I'm that guy. And you are that guy. I'm no better than you. You are not better than me. We are just one consciousness. We are created in the image of God and likeness of God. So, bro, we are all the same, but we are just a representation of God in different forms. You feel me? So I'm trying to make you understand that there is no need to overthink. You don't need to overthink shit. I'm a perfectionist. I try as much as possible to get everything on point, bro. I've done this shit for years, and I'm always saying that it doesn't get me anywhere, bro. Like I always try as much as possible to be accurate, pinpoints. I don't make this mistakes, but bro, that made me, stuck in my head, overthinking things, over reasoning things. In fact, this video I'm making right now is spontaneous. I just came to, drop something in my friend's car, and I just felt like this is a great opportunity to make a music video, and I'm making the video. I'm speaking off my head. You feel me? But the times I usually plan to, script my videos, try to be perfect, sound professional and all this shit, bro. The energy isn't right. It's never right. You feel stuck in your hair. You start over reasoning things, trying to sound polished, sound perfect. But bro, perfection is an illusion. You don't try to be perfect. I have the opportunity of being around people that are further ahead of me in making money in finances. And I've taken my time to study their energy, how they operate. And I've seen that those people are just people that take action, they are movers, they don't overthink things. Yeah, they have anxiety, they have fears, they have the normal thing that we all experience as humans, but they don't let that stop them from making moves. You can look at what I'm standing in front of here. This is an AMG Mercedes GLE 63S Sport, and this is another one. This is a GLE 43, and it's being owned by one person. This is the person's how to teach my friend. I, being around this man, I can verify and tell you that, bro, if you can actually believe in your shit, if you can actually believe in yourself, these things are just addition to people that believe that they can get it. You can't get this thing by not believing that you can get it. You should never wait for the world to validate you before you validate yourself. That's the point. That's what I've learned from it. Being around these people. You cannot wait for somebody to believe in your shit. Whether it makes sense to your mother, whether it makes sense to your father or not, whether it makes sense to your girlfriend or whatever. No matter how stupid that thing you're doing is, you can always believe in it and keep doing it. And while you keep doing it, you're getting refined, you're getting better, you're becoming an expert. Because think of it, anything sells. Anything is a way of making money. The internet has showed us this shit, bro. The exmo, gone are the days you say you have to be a doctor, you have to be a lawyer, you have to be this and astronaut. Bro, bullshit, bro. Someone can come on TikTok and just keep posting one particular type of content, and from there your account is up. You're getting partnership deals. You're getting followers. You can teach somebody how to make the same thing. You're making money from different streams of income doing the same thing. You feel me? You can never know where your life will go, but bro, you just have to keep believing. If you believe, you will keep overthinking your life and think there's someone out there is better than you, bro. Nobody's better than you. Fuck it. Feel me? So I think I've said enough in this video. I've said enough. And if you like what I said, you can give me, you can click the subscribe button and also send this video to your friend that has been overthinking every decision he or she is trying to make. And I want you to leave a comment. Tell me what part of the video spoke to you the most, or you tell me something you learned listening to what I was saying. Peace.